Hey up guys! So continuing my coverage of the 2020 London Film Festival, today's film that I'm going to be discussing is the first in a series of 5 films which Steve McQueen is producing for the BBC. This film is called Mangrove and it's part of the Small Axe anthology film series which Steve McQueen is creating for the BBC. Mangrove is also the opening film of this year's London Film Festival, not the first time that Steve McQueen has opened the film festival. He did a couple of years ago with Widows, now he's back with Mangrove. And it's a good way to start the festival. Now that I've seen Mangrove, I'm really excited to watch the remaining 4 films in the Small Axe series. So yeah, let's talk about it. Mangrove is a fantastic piece of cinema, and much like the recently released Aaron Sorkin film, The Trial of the Chicago 7, it seems to have arrived at an opportune time. Like The Trial of the Chicago 7, Mangrove is also an ensemble courtroom drama set in the late 60s/early 70s and is about a group of individuals who stood trial for a protest which got violent with the police. In Chicago 7, they were protesting about the Vietnam War. In Mangrove, it was the black community of Notting Hill, London, coming together for a demonstration regarding police harassment and police brutality. And 9 individuals were arrested and deemed guilty of riot and affray. The reason they were called the Mangrove 9 is because the Mangrove was a popular restaurant in Notting Hill, London. It was popular with the black community, it was sort of like a communal hub for the community. And it was frequently raided by the Metropolitan Police, and the owner, Frank Gritchlow, played in this film by Shaun Parkes, was one of the 9, and every one of the other Mangrove 9 was sort of connected to the restaurant as well. As I was writing my notes for my review of Mangrove, I had no intention of heavily comparing it to Aaron Sorkin's The Trial of the Chicago 7, but it's remarkable how they are essentially paralleling stories of police brutality and systemic racism, and they play out pretty much at the exact same moment in history, just on different sides of the Atlantic. In the wake of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, we've seen a resurgence in the Black Lives Matter movement, and also people from both countries all coming together to try and put an end to systemic racism. And seeing stories of people coming together to take on a corrupt system feels very timely given everything that's happened the past few months. I really enjoyed Mangrove. It features some brilliant performances from Shaun Parkes, Malachi Kirby, Rochenda, Sandall, and Letitia Wright. Steve McQueen is one of those directors who allows a lot of room for his actors to breathe and act. There's plenty of scenes in this which are essentially just one take. They just unfold naturally without a lot of camera movement, but it really allows you to get absorbed in the moment and feel what's at stake. The writing from McQueen and co-writer Alistair Siddons is rousing and urgent, and the production design from Helen Scott transports you back to late 1960s London. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Yes. Question number 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Yes again. The Small Axe anthology series will be on the BBC sometime later this year, and also on Amazon Prime, I believe, so yeah, you can watch it on there. I definitely recommend that you check out Mangrove. It's a fantastic film. I'm definitely going to be tuning in for the other 4 films as well. And question number 3, what score do I give it out of 10? I'm going to give Mangrove a score of 8 out of 10. But as always guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I want to hear from you. Are you guys excited for Mangrove? Will you be watching it? If you have seen it, what did you think of it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? What score would you give it out of 10? Whatever you guys have to say, pop your thoughts and opinions in that comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do hit subscribe, and if you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, all in the video description down below. And if you like the video, hit like. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time.